My name is Tracy D. Malone. I am the host of Scale Your Mastery podcast, and I'm coming to you today live to bring you a question. Here's the question of the day. What is the most valuable asset in your business? I'm talking to small business owners. I'm talking to entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, accountants, bookkeepers, CPAs, any service-based business owners. That's who I'm talking to. The question again is, what is the most valuable asset in your business? Now, I've been around the block a few times, I should say. So I've heard this question. You've heard this question before, and I've heard some of the answers. I've heard answers like the people, your people. That's a great answer. However, if that's the top answer, there's something else for you to consider. Let me give you a scenario. Suppose you are 10 years in business. You've been successful. You've been operating in the black for, let's say, 9 years. Every year, you've seen an increase in your profits. You have a small team of great people working with you. You managed to have some time off. So you've got some free time. You're not feeling burnt out. Everything is going great. Business is expanding. The market is stable. And there are no foreseeable issues at all with the marketplace. Your product or your service enjoys a nice reputation, and you've done a really great job of maintaining, as well as you've been able to grow some as well. So in your mindset, what is your most valuable asset? So let me give you some insights into the brain of a strategic thinker, strategic business analyst. The most valuable asset in your business, if things are going well for you, is the intangible. The most valuable asset in your business is not your book of business. It's not your people. It's your intellectual property. When you're able to package up that intellectual property, you will begin to see growth beyond your imagination. Many owners right now are in the process of selling their business. They're ready for retirement. So there are a lot of baby boomers right now in the process of placing their business for sale, which is great. Prior to placing their business for sale, one thing they have not done yet is they have not packaged up their mastery. And if you've heard me before, you know that I'm all about the conversation of mastery, and I have an iconic definition of mastery I want to share with you very quickly. Mastery is the ability to do a physical or mental activity at a high level while also allowing your true personality to shine through. That is our definition of mastery, right? So what that means is that if your business is, say, 10 years old, I'm assuming that prior to those 10 years, you also gathered some other intellectual property or mastery that you can also package up. And here's the thing. When you package up your mastery, not only does that become a valuable asset, it becomes something that you can use to scale your business. One of the things I firmly believe in, and this is something I offer through my service to service-based business owners, is scale your brand, scale your mastery, scale your business. This, my friends, is how you're able to scale smarter and not harder. This is how you're able to enjoy more of life's precious moments. Because one thing for certain, none of us are going to get any extra time if we don't have a strategy. right? For those of us who come up with a strategy and learn to work and scale smarter and not harder, we're going to make time an asset for us instead of a liability. Time collapses and it's no longer constraint. When you have the ability to scale your mastery, it's like instead of printing money, you're creating more time for yourself. That's what you in effect do, right? So if you're not providing a service right now that comes from the highest and best level of being yourself, you're leaving money on the table. If you are not packaging up your mastery, if you're not packaging up your intellectual property, you are leaving money on the table, right? Inflation is here. You've got costs for everything going up, right? Not likely to return to a lower price point. So we can learn to live with this from now on. And you also have the idea of time being a precious commodity, right? So when you are able to scale smarter, not harder, when you're able to scale your brand, your business, and your mastery, then you can create more time for yourself without having to worry about lowered profits. Your profits can actually increase. And this is the work that I do. So you hear me talk about your LinkedIn presence. I want you to know it goes much further than your LinkedIn presence. We're talking about you being able to scale your business without burnout. Gone are the days of hard work, because guess what? There is no guarantee that hard work will turn into success. You can ask a lot of people who worked hard all their life, and they will tell you they don't feel like they were successful. Did they survive? Yes, they survived. Did they manage? Yes, they managed. But were they operating at their highest and best? They will probably tell you no. So I'm here today to encourage you to scale your brand, your mastery, and your business. Let me show you how it's done. I've created a system, right? Because this is just the way my brain works. It's the way my mind works. I've always had this way of creating efficiency, way of learning something new, adapting, changing, upscaling, my mastery. I've always had this ability to do that. So what I'm able to do now is unpack that. I'm able to unpack your mastery and then put it into a package so that it goes out into the world with a price tag on it that allows you to have more time freedom, because none of us are going to have more precious moments until we figure out how to scale smarter and not harder. If you're a business owner or know a business owner who's struggling to have more time freedom, have them reach out to me. If you know a business owner who says that LinkedIn is too crowded, they can't get traction, have them reach out to me. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to work with them one-on-one for 90 days or so. And I'm going to package up their mastery so that they have more time freedom and higher profits. Basically, in a nutshell, they can work less and get paid more. It's possible. So I want to be able to offer that to you. Right now, I've got something special going on. I'm actually opening up my calendar for 5 people, right? 5 people who are ready to go through this journey with me of finding out how my system works for them in their business. So yes, I'm inviting you to take me up on that. If you're on LinkedIn, connect with me on LinkedIn. Take a look at my post today. Look at my post tomorrow. For the next several days, I will be talking about those 5 spots that are opened up on my calendar. As a matter of fact, I'm down to 4 spots because one is already gone. And you won't regret it if you do it. If you're struggling with your business, to be able to have higher profits, more time freedom, and feel great about the clients that you're serving and the work that you're doing, let's connect on LinkedIn. All right. Reach out to me over there. Go ahead and make sure you share this video if you found value in it. Also subscribe to the YouTube channel. There will be more guest interviews coming up for the Scale Your Mastery podcast. So keep that in mind as well. Just had our first guest appearance, and there will be more. And all of them are speaking on mastery from their own perspective. These are the people who are invited to have a conversation with me, right? So if you know someone who would be a great fit for that conversation, go over to LinkedIn, go to the Scale Your Mastery podcast events page, and make sure that they apply. Share the link with them over there and make sure that they apply. So interviews are happening on a regular basis. So far, I've got 7 guest speakers lined up, and the list is growing, right? So if you're interested or know somebody who would make a great guest, make sure that you share this information with them. To give you an idea of what's happening in this conversation, go look at the first video that was dropped. This one was Dr. Laura and Barbier, and she came on and she spoke about her journey to mastery. It was very inspiring, right? And also enlightening. So go check out that video, drop a comment that you checked it out, and then maybe you're courageous enough to answer one of the questions that was in that video. There were several questions, so I don't think you've ever seen a podcast like this before. It's very interactive as far as a guest. As far as the audience goes, it's very interactive. I think you're going to like it. And if you don't like it, that's fine. Let me know what it is that we can do better, and I'm happy to hear that as well. But keep in mind, that was just the first one, so there were a few technical issues, but I think both Laura and I handled it quite well, and we were pleased with the outcome, considering that we had technical difficulties and it was our first one. She was gracious enough to even agree to come back. Right, so that's it for today. I just wanted to drop this message with you and leave you with this thought. The most valuable asset in your business is the intangible. Okay? If you have survived in business for 10 or more years, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or more years, we've got to package up your mastery, your intellectual property, right? Because that has a value to it. And right now, if it hasn't been valued before, you're leaving money on the table. You're leaving money on the table. I know that for a fact, right? You are leaving money on the table. And I'm not sure you want to do that. Not in today's economy. I don't think you want to do that. So let's talk about how we can unite so that you can have more time freedom and enjoy more of life's precious moments, right? This is Tracy D. Malone. I'm going to sign off for now. And thank you so much for all of your support. I really appreciate it. See you next time.